So creative financing, here's the range of it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna am I gonna give them what we call just a straight option? Am I gonna offer, hey, I'm gonna give you some money and I want an option to buy the property later on in the future.
Yeah.
And I might not even come in and lease it. I might just keep them in there.
Right. Yeah.
So I could just option say, hey, house is worth $300 right now. Give me an option of, let's say, $290 to buy it in 3 or 5 years from now. But I'm going to buy it at $290 in 3 or 5 years from now. We know that the property values in most cases it's going to be going up.
Yeah.
And that's rating a down market. It's a different story.
Right.
But enough time. So, anyways, I might do a straight option.
Right.
The other option could be, okay, I want to do a lease with an option to buy, or a lease option, or a lease purchase.
Right.
There's variations of that. What that means is I'm going to have an option to buy the property, but I'm also going to lease the property from them right now.
Right.
And what that is, and then some people call it sandwich lease option. So I might go in there, kind of like my first deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay them every month a certain amount of money to cover their payment. I might even give them a little bit more so they get cash flow coming in.
Yeah.
Might even be $25-50, but they're happy because their payment's covered.
Right.
But I'm leasing it from them, but in my agreement, I've got the right to be able to turn around and lease it to somebody else.
Right.
To make a profit.
Yeah.
And they understand that they're not going to get into the profit.
Yeah.
Once I take over and do this from them, I'm also going to be, I either, one, have the right to buy it outright when my term's up or in between, or I have the right to sell it to somebody else and allow them to buy it from me. Either way, they'll get whatever is promised in money.
Yeah.
They'll get their loan paid off in the future, and everything will be, checks and balances will be made at the end of that transaction.
Right.
So there's that, there's a lease option. Then you got subject to. A lot of people hear that term subject to. Subject to, it's similar to where you're still paying on the property itself, they're leaving their loan in place, but you're not leasing it from them. You're not leasing it from them, you're, in a sense, you're either deeding the property directly to them, or you're doing what some people use which is a trust. So the property's put into a trust, and you're, in a sense, controlling the trust. So now, talk to your attorneys, obviously, that are real estate attorneys, not just regular attorneys, but real estate attorneys that understand how to use these contracts, because there are more to it than what time we have to go into.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's just a higher level of control, and the word subject to, meaning I'm buying this subject to you leaving your existing financing in place.
Yep.
And then you've got what they call contract for deed, meaning you actually have a contract with them saying, hey, when I pay you off, then I get the deed to the property.
Right.
So, and there's variations of it. So as I go different levels, there are different levels of control.
Yeah.
All of them work.
Yeah.
Some people say, well, why would you do a lease option versus getting the deed? Well, sometimes people don't want to give you the deed. Sometimes they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
And what's cool about a lease option, I can put a small down payment down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be able to still control it and still get appreciation.
Yep.
Or sometimes with subject to, I've got to put a larger down payment down maybe.
Yep.
I might even have to come up with back payments. And so
Yeah.
the more money I'm putting into it,
Yeah.
the rule of thumb is this: the more money I'm going to put into a deal, the more control I want over it to safeguard my investment or my partner in my investment.
You know what I love about the lease option too, like if we're going into if you're in a down market, or if you're potentially thinking a down market might be coming, the best thing about the lease option is you don't have to buy it. You have the option not to buy it.
Yes.
So if the value goes down, you walk away.
That's one of the major powers and what major benefits of doing a lease option is you're right. If you don't want to buy it, it's a lease with the option. You have the option to buy. Back in the days when we were kids, they used to do the rain check stuff, right? At Kmart, you'd go in there and try to buy the bike.
Yeah.
And if it was on sale for $99
Right.
and they sold out, your mom and dad were like, okay, well, Kmart would give them a receipt that says, hey, you have the right to buy this at $99. And then next week they got a shipment in, and now they were up to $115.
Yeah.
And so your parents didn't have to go back and buy it. They had the right, and if they wanted to, they could buy it at $99.
Yeah.
Possibly turn around and either give it to you or sell it for make $15, right?
That's right.
So it's kind of like that. You have the right to buy it, and if you don't, it doesn't work out, like you said. Good strategy. In a down market too, or even an up that's going up, because if you think about it, you're getting appreciation, and if you get it long enough, if something bumps in there, then you can do that. Now there are some things to think about when you're bringing in somebody else to cover you. You have to safeguard that, and it's a whole other discussion. But yes, you can walk away if you need to.
Awesome. Love it. Okay, perfect.